My plea is that there's nothing. America is a cold, dark, desolate place. I want to add that my bilingual is good. I'd accept anywhere, anything. I just want just about anything, and that which I be to the community. I've been to 15 conventions. I've staffed 5. I was on registration, and I did logistics every year, even some years that I wasn't staffed, just because I wanted to be helpful. I'd usually arrive Thursday and leave sometimes Monday. There's one where I arrived Wednesday. I was always in the back ends, and I never had to wait in line. Like I said, 15 conventions, so most of which I was not on staff. I have been involved with the Japanese community ever since the 80s. I got my first legitimate in. I was kind of by myself most of the time, but I got my first legitimate in the fan subbing community, and I remember when I got my first computer in the 90s. Well, I had one that was for family at 3200. You'd have to call, and you'd put the phone down. You'd say, I'd like to access the internet now, and that's how that was. And of course, we had dial-up and dual ISDN. We also were the first non-business to get cable in the area. It was on beta or something. But yeah, 15 conventions. I've been to 11 Anime Centrals. I've been to Anime Iowa, Anime Milwaukee, and Anime Expo. I've had 7 relationships in the animation community. And I've had a lot of intimacy and relationships with those in NeuroNet. My people, they've all... See, I've been incarcerated. I think I understand I was framed. I think it was in lieu to prevent me from getting hurt. It was 7 years. It wasn't that bad. Those 7 years weren't that bad. I had pizza twice a month for free. That was traditional pizza from some pizza joint, and I got to order out food because it was a place for mental health, and it was for NGRI, not guilty, unreasonable and insane. That's what I paid for. That's what I wanted. We didn't know much about schizo at that point in time. Also, what I was going to say is I did try to reach out to the community when it first broke out, June 30th, 2011. That was when the war broke out, when this bullshit war by the Vatican upon the assassin. Okay? This was all very hard to get out. I do sound a little mechanical and monotonous. I hope that's the word. I sway a little bit in some of the videos, and we get a lot of work done in this net. While I was in jail, I moved a lot of things around. I was talking with leaders at all times, even those that I were intimate with were leaders. Be that those of the service sector, political leaders, leaders in the animation community, internet leads, and ruffians, gang leaders, Crypt and GD, and celebrities. I understand we used Nicki Minaj a lot. She desperately wants me to plug her. She keeps calling. I didn't get much time with her in incarcerate, but I've been talking to her a lot now that I'm in a house. I understand I'm going to get back pay. If anyone's willing to help me, they can have 35%. Sound good? I understand it's like 4 or 5 trillion. I've also been to, I said 11 anime centrals. I gave that convention my heart and soul. I posted on the Anime Central convention forums, and I posted, or no, yeah, I posted on the Anime Central convention forums a lot, and I ran a website called Ace and Otaku Sections. It was appropriate. There's nothing lewd or illicit. It was just for forum members to send in their pictures, and it was nice. At one point in time, I had upgraded the site. I had dated someone, my top ranked hedgehog, and he, okay, Amy, Melissa, Tiara, Stephanie, Little Wicked One, include Katie, Chris Pikingo, and include Manga Duck. And there's a lot of people on Neuronet that want to be mentioned or included in that, but I say you gotta touch me. Subaru, Ayumi, Suzuhara, Asuka Langley, our director. Vivi. I've also been to a FurCon. It's called FurFest. No, it was called FurFest. FurCon. It was just called FurCon. And it was just at a bowling alley. There were people in fursuits. We took over a bunch of lanes. We preserved it. Our approach and our protocol is always too far by the book. It annoys me, but it is a necessity, and I understand that if we were not to do so, that we probably wouldn't be able to run things. Oh, and I've also been to Reactor. It was after it was Anime Reactor, and it was in Chicago. It is now, and I guess it profited off of the work that it did in Chicago, and is at a better venue. It's either in Texas or Florida, but it's got a lot of really great women. Tell you what. This ordeal has taken all out of me and taken all my money out of me. My father, he's willing to spend hundreds of dollars on taking me out to dinners and the movies and places, but he is unwilling to, he's willing to spend $20 on a vape once or twice a week. But when he understands nothing of the music. He says the words crackpot, delusional, insane, ludicrous. Motherfucker's a piece of Eden, if you ask me. Gonna have Happy Walk tonight, steaks tomorrow, and then probably, I don't know, might go to Texas Roadhouse. Chinatown. I want to plug Chinatown. I like to go to Chinatown a lot. I've been to DC, LA, Florida, Orlando, and the Chinatown, Chicago, I go to frequently. I go to that a lot. I've, um, there was once when I spent $12,000 going back and forth between Mitsuwa and Chinatown, just trying to see if someone would recognize me. I did get a little bit of fee, and I'm sure there were some people I could have gotten in with, but I was expected to be stopped and someone to ask me something or say something. I ended up getting blocked from Mitsuwa because I didn't know that I had a warrant on my arrest. It was off the property, kinda. It was on the side road, and I was cooperative. Went in. I said 5 because I was a little upset as my co. And should have said Japan, but I understand she's in Zane now, and she didn't really do much wrong. More in Chinatown. I like to get the fish pastry. I like to get bubble tea. There's a hotel there that I like to frequent. It's traditional. It's some cheap hotel, but it's really nice. It's $100, sometimes a little bit more, depending on what's going on in the area or what hotel room you get. Okay. I'll never forget the wonderment and joy. Oh yeah, I also include Disama. I'll never forget, and Rena. I include her friend. So that's 9 relationships. Let's make it 10, yeah? But I'll never forget the wonderment and joy of my first convention. Wow, there's a lot of us. People like me. Amazing. You know? I mean, not like that. It was emotional. I kept it in mostly. But later on, there was a point in time where I wore a surgeon mask because I had a grin that wouldn't go away. I couldn't stop smiling. I was too happy. I made sure I roomed with Detroit most of my years at Anime Central, and it started from the Detroit, Michigan Cosplay Society, and Free Booze, Norm, Flying Elf would host it, and well, he was our bartender. He would just make people mix drinks. We made a mixed drink. We put it in a gasoline container, and we wrote not for gas on it, and it was Nerds, tequila, Pedialyte for what it does to the stomach, and rum, and I think Pixie Sticks, but it was really good, and some kind of Kool-Aid. A lot of people were able to get drunk on that, but really we just passed it around Plea. There was one time where I saw some Anon ops. They heard, oh, there's Justin, and they ran. They walked right out. I heard, oh, Monteem was just in. I said, what? Monteem was in here? I ran Couldn't chase them. Didn't see them. I'm hoping it was just that they had a room close by, but I'm certain that they ran away from what they knew or what they may have said, and I'm sure I'll get that someday. I have gotten a hug from someone. I'm not going to name that person. He was one of our political hopefuls, actually run. He said that he just wanted to thank me from the he just wanted to thank me from the Film Actors Guild, and that I've been a big help to the animation community and the Film Actors Guild and our political process. And he gave me a hug. I want to add that I remember when we used to say free hugs. I think free hugs are back, but I think having the ability to have a sign, I think signs should come back. Signs were good. I remember when Gaia invaded with signs. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I would always. I know the old hotel really, really well. I can walk in the back corridors nicely. I can get behind the scenes. I've gotten people on stage at the techno rave. Something I want you all to keep in mind about the techno raves is that that's the year's work. That's the year's work from a Japanese DJ. That's top notch. And I do support Japan in that they deserve more money. But I also understand that, and now it's not so much true, is that the conventions, the Midwest Animation Promotion Society, mainly runs on the cost of badges. I mean, they're getting large funding now, but it's not so much. I think my banker is unwilling to invest, and they want me to do it by hand. And things of my empire returning to its former glory. Things will change overnight once I sign, because of some people's ambition to give me king's rights of that you will all suffer and understand the value of the king. But I don't support that, and I make the statement that in the very least is that I have been here, I have made a presence, I have done things on the land, and while I was in jail, I did things as well too. I should at least be accredited for that which I have been, that I should at least be accredited for things I have done and be. I want to read this too. My aliases. My alias titles and divinities are actually I'd like to have a detail on Final Boss that was given to me by the government and Anonymous. The government finalized it, and that was when we went to war. I had no idea. I was told nothing. On Big Show, that's my news title. I've also been on the top ranked spy listing ever since I was 7 years old as Big Show. And the show King Show in Europe, in Britain. Laser Flesh, I've had that since I was 12. Combination between technology and humanity. I didn't know about Schizo. They say that was a plea to get in, but no, it was not. But cool. Kind of it is. I mean, maybe it was my desire for combination of technology and humanity. Laser Flesh. I've had it ever since I was 12. I got that at Laser Quest. Tandaris, that's my MMO name. And Your Muse. Your Muse, that's usually when something endearing is said. I have been mentioned on TV. I've had transcommunication, and I've lots and lots of transcommunication. That was not then the actual speaker. And they often have intimate detail. They also often give intimate details on TV. At least they did when things were kind of hectic. They still do every now and then. And of course, I get transcommunication then, and that makes its way to the actual guy. But they don't really ever do anything. And if they're that unwilling to be moved, I guess they get replaced. And they say, cool. Let's see. Truman Show, True Man. Inclandian. Inclandian is the golden god. It is Swiss. It's when all gods come to be one human being. We name it Inclandian, and he collects of the bank of 10,000 years. I have been able to move money around in this, and I've seen it. Of Vishnu, I put Vishnu. Vishnu is really just mastery of the people and the power at the same time as a divine being. Elios, I claim to be God Cats. God Cats, how are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. Move, Zig, move, Zig. Amusing Japan, I am Naruto, and they promised me a black belt, Bandai, 10th degree, because I've demonstrated my kung fu and martial arts, my divinity to military and a politician. I am Shinji. I am Akira. I am Inuyasha. I am Boy Wonder. That's one that the church had, Boy Wonder. Later on, they made Eagle Falcon. Jason Bourne. I am Jason Bourne. That's an absolute fact. There are details in the Bourne conspiracy about there's street addresses that I've lived on, and it says like now right next to the text. There's a few other texts. And in Pirates of the Caribbean, it's like we had like a dialogue, and like I had it while in the theater, so I was able to rewrite over the file and make it good for future editions or whatever, the solid copy. Firstborn and Eagle Falcon. I'm not going to give the actual numbers, but I'll give my ID and my social security card number. 420 is on it because they're Ramones. My father was friends with the Ramones. And by the way, he is Ray. He filled up Pac-Man machines all across the region. He's a very skilled gamer. He's a top tier gamer, and he has won money in Quake and EverQuest. Always in top rating. Leads, does really well. He plays a lot of Cyberpunk and whatever that other game is. But my social security 666, lucky to talk to 666, and we guy. And that's all I want to say. The date's coming close. I might make another video. I doubt it. Probably will. Maybe I will. I'll be done on the 8th. I gotta clean up this computer. I'm gonna have to go to jail. I made a lot of efforts. I sent a lot of emails, and they're probably all those people are in this internet, so they're unable to call or talk to me. And all the views on these pages don't get registered. There's not that many clicks, but I know where it's going. It would be nice to make a nice boost to my YouTube account, but I do link it, and I don't think that views count if it is watched on Facebook. I've been posting on Facebook. It's Final Boss. I did have it as Justin Hillis. My name is Justin Hillis, Justin Aaron Hillis. And I've decided that I'm not going to try applying to Social Security. It is a waste of time, stupid, redundant, and does not pay that much. I was thinking I get paid a good salary because I used to work really well. I had a good job. I was unionized. I'm probably going to call my union. I made $25,000 a year, and that was from 2005 to 2007. And I was a caretaker, my mother. I talk about that in another video. She had MS really, really badly, and she was pretty much blind. Everything looked like a mosaic. I love you all. It's okay. Just strength and resilience of our empire. Yeah? I'm the leader of the animation community. Oh yeah, and I was chosen by Mimi Murphy and Bill Gates when I was born. I'm certain that all the others are dead. They chose a batch. June 30th, 1985. January 30th, 1985. I don't know why that happened. Probably embodiment, like all the other shit. January 30th, 1985, the day the computers were released to the public. So if you believe in embodiment at all, then that means that I have that in me. And I went to movies a lot. I saw a lot of movies. And I love you. I love you all. And don't get hurt.